You're staring at a product page and wondering if you're about to spend a good chunk of money on something that will just sit on a shelf, or if it's actually going to solve the headaches you've been having with your office network. You don't want to end up buying a firewall that's either too weak for your growing team or far too complex for the handful of devices you actually have. And you're also thinking about the recurring cost of security subscriptions. Is there a way to lock that in without surprise bills later? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Meraki MX67W bundle is trying to be that set-and-forget solution for small to medium branch offices. It's not just the hardware appliance, you also get a 3-year advanced security license baked right into the package. That's the part that separates it from buying a bare-bones router and then hunting down a separate subscription. In practice, the bundle is marketed for places that need a reliable internet gateway, built-in Wi-Fi, and the peace of mind that comes with cloud-managed threat protection. Let's talk about the kind of environment where this thing actually shines. Imagine a regional office of a retail chain with about 20 employees, a handful of point-of-sale terminals, a couple of VoIP phones, and a guest Wi-Fi for customers. They need to keep the corporate traffic separate from the guest network. They want every device automatically covered by the latest malware signatures, and the IT manager is juggling sites in 3 different states. With Meraki's dashboard, you spin up a new VLAN for the guests, push a VPN tunnel to the headquarters, and the system automatically pulls the newest security updates each night, all without touching the device physically. That's a real-world use case where the cloud-managed model saves hours of manual configuration. Now, what about the practical strengths that matter once you've got it installed? First, the integrated wireless, the W in MX67W, means you don't have to buy a separate access point for basic office Wi-Fi. It supports the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands, so you can have a simple guest network that's isolated from the internal LAN. Second, the 3-year advanced security license covers things like intrusion prevention, content filtering, and advanced malware protection. Those are usually sold as separate add-ons, and buying a 3-year bundle often works out cheaper than renewing annually. Third, the device is designed for easy scaling. You can add more Meraki sites and manage them from the same dashboard, which is handy if you anticipate opening another office next year. On the flip side, there are a few trade-offs that become apparent after you start using it day to day. Because the appliance relies on the Meraki cloud for its configuration and reporting, you need a stable internet connection even if you're just tweaking a firewall rule. If your internet goes down, you can still pass traffic, but you lose the ability to push new policies until the link is back up. That dependency can be a deal-breaker for businesses that need guaranteed local control. Another point is that the MX67W is sized for small to medium sites. The throughput caps start to feel tight if you have a lot of simultaneous video streams or heavy file transfers. For a 20-person office it's fine, but a growing tech startup with multiple development environments might bump into limits sooner than they'd like. Finally, the licensing model means you can't turn off the advanced security features without losing the license, so you're locked into the subscription for the full 3 years whether you use every feature or not. Who should consider buying this bundle? If you're already in the Cisco Meraki ecosystem, the MX67W is a natural extension because all the devices speak the same language in the dashboard. IT teams that prefer a cloud-first approach, where policy changes are made from a browser rather than a console, will appreciate the simplicity. Companies with multiple branch locations that need consistent security posture across sites will find value in the centralized view. And if you're budgeting for 3 years of security upfront, the bundled license often ends up cheaper than buying a base appliance and then adding a yearly subscription later. Who might want to skip it? If you're a home office or a tiny shop with only a few devices, the MX67W is overkill both in price and feature set. You could achieve the same result with a modest consumer-grade router plus a cheap third-party firewall app. Also, organizations that have strict data sovereignty policies where all configuration data must stay on premises will be uneasy with the cloud-only management model. And finally, if you have a network that requires deep packet inspection for specialized protocols, you might need